Harry Potter is not just a book, not just a movie, but a dedicated lifestyle, a commitment to magic and wonder. J.K. Rowling answered a few questions about Harry Potter when the series ended and left the rest for fans to explain. Fans of the series are still in awe of the intricacies of the series and find new details every time they rewatch it. If you dive into the world of wizardry and witchcraft online, it's going to lead you to some hilarious, thoughtful, sometimes creepy and incredible fan theories about the books and the movies. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Uphill, and today we'll be looking at the 9 darkest Harry Potter theories that were actually confirmed by J.K. Rowling. Make sure to watch till the end guys to see which of these are true. It just might shock you. Before we begin, I just want to mention that I'll be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. All you have to do to win is hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and comment the hidden word somewhere in the video. Number 9. Azkaban contained the Dementors. Those witches who were caught committing crimes in the UK were sent to Azkaban, which was guarded for the longest time by the Dementors. These dark creatures fed on the souls of the living and spread despair with their mere presence, which was why they were chosen to guard Azkaban. In Order of the Phoenix, we saw these creatures attacking Muggles, which led some fans to speculate that Azkaban may have existed to keep these monstrosities in one place. This would prevent them from running wild in the cities. Pottermore confirmed this theory with a page on Azkaban, which stated that the real reason Dementors were kept as the guards of Azkaban for so long was so that they could be confined, as they were being provided with souls. So, this was a prison, and the Dementors were the inmates. Number 8. Voldemort generated more Horcruxes than we know of. One of the disputed questions of the Harry Potter series involved the process behind creating a Horcrux. The only thing we know so far is that it requires the loss of a human life and an object to carry a part of the soul that had been parted. But J.K. Rowling had made it clear that there was more concern when a Horcrux was made. The conundrum behind the method of creating a Horcrux led many fans to speculate that Voldemort had created more Horcruxes than Dumbledore ever realized. Finally, Pottermore proved that this theory was real when it declared that Professor Quirrell was a temporary Horcrux and that Voldemort's presence in his body was poisoning him from the inside out. It's possible that Voldemort may have created many similar temporary Horcruxes during his exile. Number 7. Lycanthropy is a metaphor for HIV. Werewolves are a real thing in the Harry Potter universe, and many witches and wizards are afraid of being bitten by one, lest they transform into a feral beast at the arrival of the full moon. A lot of Harry Potter fans notice the parallels between lycanthropy and the treatment of those with HIV in the real world. Remus Lupin is denied many of the opportunities of his fellow wizards due to his conditions and can't even find a job, due to the persistent superstitions that surround his disease. J.K. Rowling confirmed the connection between lycanthropy and HIV during the Lexicon book Court Case, but it didn't become widely known until it was mentioned in a series of ebooks that gathered the information from Pottermore. Number 6. The creature that Harry saw in Purgatory was actually the afterlife and the fate of Voldemort. After Harry was struck down by Voldemort in the Deathly Hallows, he arrived in Limbo, where he witnessed a mutilated creature that was writhing in pain. It was never explained at the time who it was in the story, but some fans surmised that it was related to Voldemort, and he was also unconscious during the period when Harry was in Limbo. J.K. Rowling revealed on her old website that the creature was the last piece of his wounded soul that still endured. Voldemort had destroyed his soul so much by creating all of the Horcruxes that a terrible fate awaited him in the afterlife. The movie version of the Deathly Hallows gave us more clarity on this, as it had a strong likeness to Voldemort. Number 5. Slughorn's potion smelled like Ron's hair, and Hermione could sense it. Horace Slughorn left a better first impression when he took over the role of potions master from Severus Snape. Since he wasn't a brute who bullied his students, Slughorn showed his class a variety of interesting potions to excite their interest in potion making, and one of which was a powerful love potion called Amortentia. Those who smelled Amortentia were meant to pick up their favorite scents, as Hermione exhibited in Half-Blood Prince. However, she stopped herself from revealing the last of her favorite smells and seemed flustered by what she was about to say. When the Harry Potter series concluded, J.K. Rowling revealed that Hermione's secret favorite scent was actually Ron's hair, which would have revealed her attraction to him in a book earlier if she had accidentally said it out loud. Number 4. They were other descendants of Salazar Slytherin that guarded the Chamber of Secrets. Salazar Slytherin constructed the Chamber of Secrets during his lifetime, which was meant to be a dependable place for conferences to be passed down to his descendants. Tom Riddle was just one of the many people who learned the secret of the chamber during their time at Hogwarts. One question that puzzled fans was how the entrance of the Chamber of Secrets could include the pipes within Hogwarts, as Salazar Slytherin had built it long before bathrooms and wash basins were invented. This drove some fans to suggest that the other descendants of Slytherin continued to add to the chamber to protect its location. The entry about the Chamber of Secrets on Pottermore verified this theory by stating that Corvinus Gaunt, a student at Hogwarts, ensured that the chamber could still be reached when plumbing had been placed on top of it. Number 3. The reason why Harry didn't name one of his kids Remus was because he was saving that name for Teddy. Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley had 3 children together. They were named James Sirius Potter, Lily Luna Potter, and Albus Severus Potter. Harry and Ginny had decided to call their children after people who were significant to them, but the fans noticed a notable name that was missing: Remus Lupin. One viable theory behind the absence of Remus's name in the Potter family was that Harry was leaving it available for Teddy Lupin to use for his future children. J.K. Rowling authenticated this theory on Twitter. Number 2. Magic is passed on by the genes. J.K. Rowling was cautious to bypass creating set boundaries on the effects of magic, so as to keep it cryptic and changeable. It seems like there was a lot more science going on behind the scenes in the Harry Potter world than we incipiently realized, as J.K. Rowling has established that genetics play a part in determining whether you are a wizard or not. The idea of magic genes had been bobbling around since the days of Chamber of Secrets. Fans finally connected the dots to magical DNA that existed in squibs within the story. J.K. Rowling validated the magical genes existed and that they could emerge in anyone, including the descendants of squibs and muggles. She had initially planned for Dudley Dursley's kids to be witches and wizards, but instead chose Uncle Vernon's genetics to be too strong for magic to ever surface in his bloodline. Number 1. Godric Gryffindor needed a sword to fight muggles. When it comes to weaponry, magical swords were a fixture of fantasy stories and were partly why the sword of Godric Gryffindor appeared in the Harry Potter series. Though it was never explained in the story why Gryffindor needed a sword in the first place, the magic wand seemed far more useful than a minor blade, no matter how enduring it was. One proposal put forward by fans was the Gryffindor used the sword whenever he needed to fight muggles in public, as he could swordplay to conceal the fact that he was employing magic. Pottermore confirmed this theory with the revelation that wizards often carried conventional weapons in the period before the International Statute of Secrecy was put into effect, as using magic against a muggle was considered to be unsporting. What do you think about those conclusions? Are you relieved to have this confirmation finally? We sure are. Share this with your friends and family, and remember to keep up to date with us for more exciting news in